Hey everybody, welcome to a kind of a special edition of Mondays. The show that answers your questions, helps you out in a pinch, and is also hanging out by a big tire. I'm your host, Jonathan Higgs, and that's right, I'm traveling right now on the road, and it is so hot I don't want to turn the air conditioner off in the RV here. So I want to do it outside, which is counterintuitive because, hey, it's hot out here too. It's actually like 104 degrees, hence the sunglasses, the hat, and me trying to hide in this little bit of shade here. But anyway, welcome to the show. This week I want to let you guys know, this is going to be another Lost Questions episode. If you guys don't know what Lost Questions are, it's where I take every show, I answer way more questions than actually ever make it to the show, which is kind of a thing. So like, if the show gets like 4 or 5 questions, and I'll actually answer like 7 or 8 or 9, and I chop it down to fit. Just take the best ones. But I do have some really great questions. So I've gone through the catalog of the past month and a half, 2 months, and I've pulled up some of the best ones that never made the show. So that's what the show's all about. Also, real quick before we get into those awesome older questions, I do have an update. I'm going to be going to Copperhead. Compliments of Classic Army. They're actually going to be getting a house there, which is super cool. I didn't know you could actually rent a house on the facility, but you can. So I'll be hanging out with the Classic Army guys, with Josh. I'll also be going with Dave from Airsoft Obsessed, and all of us will be running together with a huge squad of other awesome dudes like Jet and Robo and everybody else doing some insane stuff on the PSA side. If you haven't got your ticket yet, they're open until August 22nd, I think. That is next Monday. So as a week from today, better get in, because I think it's when ticket sales close, and then you cannot go to Copperhead 2.5. So now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into what you're really here for, and that is the Palco Mail Call. Guntech 762 writes, "Hey John, what's your philosophy of use when it comes to gun accessories? Most lightweight, everything you would need, just looking cool, or something else?" For me, accessories, I typically run 2 must-haves, or 2 or 3 must-haves, and then a couple other ones. Weight is always a concern for me for longer games. For short games, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're only going to play after like 10 minutes. You're going to play like an indoor field, and then you come back and you can rest. For me, it is having an optic. I do aim down my sights. I really depend on having an optic, a red dot. I usually like a T1 type red dot is really important for me. I usually run some kind of foregrip, not really to grab, but use more as a hand stop. That's typically what I do with my foregrips. So that's going to be on there. And then if it's, the need arises, if it's not like bright outside, I'm going to put a flashlight on. So for indoor games, for milsim games, we're going to be clearing buildings, things like that, flashlights are critical. Then we get into the things that are kind of wish listy, and those would be kind of your lasers. I usually run a PEC box if the field allows that. The green laser is my personal favorite. I know there's some safety concerns around that. I'm very mindful about eyes, but I do have like my personal favorite Bravo PEC box I use. It does have a second flashlight. For milsim events, I will have 2 lights in some form or fashion, whether they're both on my gun or at least one on my weapon, and then a little small little handheld light I can use. You can never have enough flashlights. You never know when the batteries are going to die, things like that. So when it comes to accessories, those are it. I would probably throw sling in there. If it's a longer game, I will have a sling, definitely. Usually a 2-point sling. It's padded. I'm a big fan of the VTAC one. Shorter games, I'll probably run a single point or just no sling. Just set my gun down, because typically if it's a short game, I'm just going to carry it with me everywhere I go. So I hope that helps kind of narrow it down. That's just my philosophy. I've seen guys put everything like satellite dishes and, you know, sonar arrays and all that junk on there. I've also seen guys just strip it down bare and run absolutely nothing, not even flip up sights or any kind of iron sights, just aim down the barrel. So there are a lot of schools of thought, but depending on the situation, that's what I do. Honest Survivor writes, "My AK shoots 420 feet per second with a .25 gram BB. Is there a different BB weight I can use to lower my feet per second?" So this is one of these questions I get a lot. I like the way this one was kind of posed, because it really kind of brings up a point. If you're new to Airsoft, there, you know, obviously you've got a Chrono, you've got to pass a Chrono test. Some fields are 400, some are 350, some are 375. There's different feet per second rules. Generally, fields are chronoing with a .20 gram BB. So if you're shooting 420 with a 2.5, that means you're gonna be in the 470, 460 something range, 463-ish. With a .2 equivalent, so if you went to the Chrono. Now, can you change the BB weight and fool the Chrono? Yes, but unfortunately that's cheating. That's actually breaking the rules. So the fields are, if they're doing a good job, are going to make you Chrono with a .2 gram. So you need to lower your feet per second. You have to do pretty much one thing, and that's change your spring. There's no real way around it. There are velocity reducers you can buy. Most fields I have been to, I mean, a large share of them will not allow you to use those. Tokyo Marui made one years ago, and I think you can still find them around. They use like little rubber bands to slow things down. They do mess with your accuracy, But most fields will not let you do that. So you will have to unfortunately crack that sucker open and make a spring change, or if you're tech savvy, cut some coils off the thing. If you feel froggy and want to do that, I would probably not recommend doing a good new spring in there. They're pretty cheap, they're like 15 bucks. But yeah, you won't be able to use BBs to lower the weight because you are essentially shooting that same high FPS, which will be over the field limit, which would be considered cheating and violating the rules. So yeah, definitely you want to turn that down the right way and not try to circumvent the rules by using a heavyweight BB to get past the Chrono. Same car writes, hey John, I was wondering whatever happened to Crazy NC Man and Jarek 4. Those guys ruled Airsoft YouTube and within the last few years have disappeared. My personal guess is life gets in the way. Speaking from experience here, it is very tough to do YouTube full time and really keep on a good schedule. If you have got a day job, you've got other things going on, you've got family, you've got commitments, all those things can get in the way. And doing Airsoft, both playing and having fun, and then also doing it professionally, creating YouTube content here, can be very tiring at times. So you really have to love what you do. I personally love Airsoft and I love doing video production. So it works very, very well for me. But if you don't have both of those two loves, it can kind of fade out. And I think that's probably what happened with those guys. I don't know. I don't talk to them. I haven't even heard from them in years. But yeah, they were kind of top of the game. They were kind of the ones to beat in this industry, and then just gone. So yeah, I would like to see some channels come back. I think there's some great YouTube channels out there. There's some channels that probably, it's a good thing they're gone now. I mean, they kind of burn out. And if you're burnt out and you can kind of see it through the camera, if I get burnt out, you guys will know. Like, you'd be like, Jonathan, man, you look tired. You're not interested in this hobby anymore. I can tell. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The camera here does not lie. And you guys on the other side there watching right now definitely have a keen eye and know when your creators like myself or the other guys start to fizzle out. So when the day comes when I fizzle out, I'll let you know, but I think that's probably what happened to those guys. They probably just got burnt out and got tired of doing it, and it stinks that they're gone, but if they're happy doing what they're doing now, hey, good for them. All right, guys, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets video recommendation of the week. Nope, no fancy screen, it's just gonna float over my shoulder today. And we are highlighting a channel of someone I really wasn't aware of until just recently. Had a chance to hang out with him personally at a Node game. If you guys followed my Node vlog I put up, I'll get you a link to that as well. It'll be in the description below. House Gamers. His name is Dayton. He's out of Canada, and he does a lot of great sniping videos. Really, really good stuff. I've been enjoying watching all of his videos, but this one in particular, Ghost Sniper Ghillie, is a really good one. Actually, one of his more popular videos. So if you guys haven't checked out House Gamers, it is definitely going to be a hot and up-and-coming channel. And I'm definitely going to say, I kind of told you guys here first before he blows up and hits like 10 million subscribers like Navrich has. But definitely check him out. Link, of course, you can always click the video here or in the description below to take you over to the channel. Well, guys, that is it for this week. As always, thank you so much for hanging out here with me and the big tire of my RV here. Got some 22s on my car today with some chrome. That's what it is. Except the car is 35 feet long. By the way, if you guys want to get your question on the show, like the ones you saw here in this lost episodes, I do fresh questions pretty much every week. This is just the oddball. All you gotta do, it's really simple. Put them in the comment section below, vote up your favorites, and I'll get them on the next show. And be persistent. I read every single one, including the ones last week that didn't get up this week, and I do pay attention to those. I will be dipping into last week's and this week's for the questions for next Monday. So guys, until then, go out, play some Airsoft, have some fun, put your questions below, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.